All right, hello and welcome to another episode of Softcore History. I am your host, Rob Fox, and I am joined, as always, by our producer and co-host, Dan Regester.
What up? Feeling good.
Setting all this shit up. Yeah, I just want to bet on,
Washington money line.
just a shitty
Washington football team.
Like a truly dog shit NFL game that was painful to watch.
The Steelers are no longer undefeated.
Yeah, it was still a horrible game. It was like a classic.
I'm sorry you don't like defense.
I don't in that sense, in that the offense.
Classic SEC fan, am I right?
Yeah. Not anymore.
No.
We brought Big 12 to the SEC.
We Big 12 now.
Yeah. And I'm joined, as always, also by Jacob W. Goldman.
Hello.
Jacob Wheeler Goldman.
That's me, Jacob Wheeler, Goldman.
You named your dog after your middle
himself.
name.
He named his dog after himself.
Your middle name is the same name as your dog.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he was so arrogant that he named his dog after himself. Isn't Wheeler like a family name?
Kinda. Yeah. It's been in the family.
You should name your kid that too.
I should name my kid. Yeah.
But after your dog dies.
Nah.
It might be a while. That'd have to be like a second or third child potentially.
Yeah. It's definitely a third child.
I don't know what you're planning, but I mean,
he's 5. He's probably got another 5 or 6 years in him at least.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 at this rate.
Why?
Why do you
say
why
that?
you
That's terrible.
like your dog's gonna die soon, idiot. Your dog has like 2 years left.
My dog doesn't have a long time on this earth.
Your dog is the one.
My dog's 10.
Dan just hates my dog because my dog
was mean
up to his
mean.
dog.
Yeah. It's funny that your dog is more beta with Jake's dog than my 10-pound dog.
Yeah.
Like Wheeler doesn't alpha my 10-pound dog and actually gets alphaed by a 20-pound dog.
I got chased late. He's picking up after his original owner. I rescued him. You're welcome.
You rescued him from a beta owner?
Yeah.
What actually happened was Dan didn't go to a shelter or anything. He saw some beta walking.
And I'm just like, this is my dog now.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, okay.
Yeah, this is my dog. I'm tired of this dog's demeanor.
Yeah. Your dog's walking around all
like
stupid.
A coward.
Yeah. You could tell you were not happy about that dog being a coward anymore.
Exactly. So now I've had him for a few years. And
that makes sense. My Jack is braver around you than he is around most people. He picks up on your vibe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Jack's his dog now. Jack Hammer.
I might just take your dog.
No, that won't happen.
Commandeer your dog.
No. I wouldn't even, my wife would murder you.
Courtney?
Yeah. She would slit your throat in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Slick rappel from the ceiling.
Yeah. She would find a way. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Or she'd just ask her dad for money to hire a hitman, which is also.
That's probably more of.
Yeah. But the point is, you would die.
You would be dead.
Yeah, I don't think your 105-pound wife slit my throat.
Oh,
Sorry.
dude, I'll have to tell you think she weighs 105 pounds. She'll be happy.
You're welcome.
It's like 107. It's too much. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're trying to get down to 105.
Get in the sauna.
This is fucking horrible. Whenever she tells me what she weighs, just to be like, babe, I'm down to this. Like, she's never been big or anything, but she'll have little 5-pound goals when she's dieting or whatever. And I'll just, whatever it is, minus 100, or to get down to 100, I'll just be like, X more to go.
I liked that I clowned on Kylie last episode.
Whatever 99 is, I'm like, oh, great, X, 12 more to go.
I clowned on Kylie all last episode about talking into the microphone and speaking too softly, but she sounded perfect, in post. And I'm like, oh, damn, I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah.
I know. We thought that, for what it's worth, we thought that during the episode.
Yeah.
When you were like, wow.
Well, yeah, just before we even started doing the podcast.
You're kind of neurotic about
the mics.
Audio, though, and the mics.
Well, because they were so fucking bad before.
Well, yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Our first couple eps of
it's brutal.
Whatever the fuck.
Whatever. We were sharing one microphone in the middle of a giant room.
It was just an electric diode in a tin can that we had made.
Really, yeah. We might as well just recorded next to a freeway on our fucking phones. It didn't matter.
No.
That episode's coming one day. The freeway episode.
But anyway, today we're here. We have a very special Christmas episode.
Christmas.
But instead of saying Merry Christmas, I will say Io Saturnalia.
That sounds so straight the way you say that.
Io Saturnalia.
It's also not Irish.
Yeah, I know. Io Saturnalia.
Right?
I can't do it.
The Irish couldn't possibly celebrate.
Well, how the fuck do you do a Roman accent?
Yeah, I couldn't do a Latin accent. Io Saturnalia.
I don't know. What does Roman even sound like?
It's like
It's
Italian.
not. It's not even Italian.
It is. It is
the Roman
more-
Empire
It is
reached many regions.
Yeah, but this is still, we got to think like heart of Italy type of stuff. The Italian is basically like hobo Latin. Like all the other ones were a little more like French and Spanish, stuff like that, were a little more regional, stuff like that. Italian is basically just like low class Latin. That's what happened. It's like bastardized low class.
Bibbidi bobbidi, hey.
Yeah. So like the Latin that like a priest would know is like high class Latin. And Italian is more like the Latin that was spoken.
A serf.
Yeah, like between the idiots, you know. Like it's like
Between
if
us.
you,
Yeah.
it's like if you go to a
We would
university
speak
and you listen to
Italian.
like an English professor be like "and so" and all, you know, using big words, and then you go to a deli, and it's like, hey, you wanted this fucking thing?
It's
Hey, get a
fun.
sandwich.
We're white. We're allowed to make fun of Italians. Me and Giorgio, our other producer here at Drinking Bros, we were trying to figure out what's the line that we're allowed to make fun of, and I think it's Greek. Greek is the last shade of white you're allowed
Well,
to
I
make
gotta
fun of.
tell you, Middle Easterners are ethnically Caucasian.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
So we're Spaniards.
Yeah,
which is-
Spaniards, same thing.
But I
A
think
lot
we
of
would.
people would argue against that.
Yeah.
So.
Depends.
I think the line though is Greek.
Well, that's what I always like to say when I'm like, oh, Spanish people aren't white. Well, it's good to know that white people aren't the problem of most colonization. Thank God they're minorities who did most of the colonization.
No.
Once you start making fun of the Turks,
Well, I
though,
know. It's the thing, though, is that
Going down this path now.
But
Yeah.
my point is Spaniards are fucking white. That's
no,
I mean-
so is the Middle East. But like once you get to that Turkish like border, that's when it
fair.
starts to get racist.
All right, that's because they're Muslim, essentially.
Right.
That's where it comes in. But like
Okay.
ethnically, they're really not that different than.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, for one thing-
there's Iranians that are like whiter than I am.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
for,
yeah.
for one thing, Greeks controlled Turkey for most of its history, literally until like, 900. It was Greek for 1,500 years. There's a lot of Greek blood in Turkey, in what do you call Anatolia?
It's just weird because like in your head, like in my head at least, like Roman and like Greek ancient civilization is all very Anglo looking to me.
Right.
But it probably
Because
was.
Colin Farrell, plays Alexander the Great.
Yeah,
that type of thing.
It's Brad Pitt being whatever his name is.
Achilles.
Yeah, Achilles, right. And it's like, oh wait, no.
Brad
could
Pitt playing
forget
Achilles
Achilles?
is like some Nazi casting.
Yeah, it's absurd.
It's not as bad as Matt Damon playing the Asian guy in Great Wall.
No, he didn't play an Asian guy.
He played an American guy.
He played a European.
It's the same thing as like Tom Cruise as the Last Samurai.
His character was kind of Tom Cruise Last Samurai-esque in that it was a European that had gone to China like as like an emissary or something, and then the Chinese were like, "There's dragons, and you got to help us fight them."
That was the thing. Wasn't that they were white? That was the problem with those movies. It was-
Well, also though, I
He
want to
was
say
a
that,
Dragon Slayer.
I want to say like that film was like financed. I'm talking out of my ass here, but I'm pretty sure that film was financed by like Chinese billionaires, and the dude, like the Chinese billionaire or whatever, was like, I want an American movie star in this.
I hate to break some news to you.
What?
But all Hollywood film is financed by the
Right.
Chinese.
Right. Well, this one was more
At least by the
direct.
markets.
This one was more directly, and like, yeah, I get people like talking shit on that in America, but like the Chinese guy who like financed it was like, we need an American movie star in this.
sure.
Yeah, no shit. There's like no Chinese movie star that people are going to go out to see.
Well, I mean, even the highest grossing films in China are the Avengers movies and shit like that. Like, it's all.
Who's the biggest star in China? Like that's Chinese.
I don't know. I'm not Chinese.
Jackie Chan?
No.
Jet-
I'm sure
Jet Li?
No, there are no doubt giant movie stars in China that we don't see because they're mostly in Chinese movies, but they still like love American movie stars.
Yeah.
It's the type of thing
Right.
where Chinese people love Chinese league basketball, right? They love
They
those
don't
leagues.
really like
Yes, they
Chinese
do, but they
basketball.
still want to watch LeBron James and shit. Also,
No, it's
the
like,
same type of thing.
Again, it's like watching
All right, we're
CYO
in all
basketball.
kinds of bullshit. We're not even
Yeah.
talking about Saturnalia. Let's talk about Saturnalia. Saturnalia, if you don't know, is essentially
I'm sure you don't.
what
You
Christmas
1,000% don't know.
is based off of. It is Roman Christmas. It is the Roman holiday, honors the god Saturn, who was, obviously I could glean that from Saturnalia.
You know who probably celebrates this now is people who like are really big in astrology.
Maybe. It's
Yeah.
not really an astrological
It's
thing.
not, but I could see it.
It's a
There's
solstice
a connection,
thing, I guess.
yeah.
So it's kind of, maybe Wiccans. This would be like a thing
This
Veronica.
would be Veronica would
Yeah, this is a Veronica holiday.
knowledgeable on.
for sure.
Saturnalia actually is. I don't think anyone celebrates it still. There can't be.
I'm sure.
Like not like traditionally. Oh, we like my family traditionally celebrates Saturnalia.
Which is a shame because like it's way better than Christmas, and also like last week when we were talking about the pagan gods, way cooler than our gods.
Oh yeah.
This shit should have survived.
Yeah, I actually don't agree with that because it's kind of the same in a lot of ways.
Odin's a badass.
Yeah, fuck Odin.
So is Thor.
fuck the Viking gods. Those guys suck. I don't really care about them. They just involve like,
Rob's gonna get hit by lightning.
yeah, well, dude. if
Oh, he's
you
about
wanna-
to get hit by me.
The only thing that the Viking gods guarantee you is it's just like you higher chance of getting stabbed. Like the more you worship the Viking gods,
Well, that's how you get into Valhalla, Rob.
is getting stabbed.
And that's their paradise is to you die fighting so you can continue
Yeah.
to fight in the Great Hall.
Heaven's got a steep price.
Yeah.
Yeah, but heaven is
It's a steep cover to get into heaven.
heaven is fighting though in
that-
Viking
yeah,
culture.
there.
Yeah, well, wouldn't paradise just be like you get stabbed and you're like, and then you get stabbed again in paradise?
You're essentially just in Call of Duty you die and then you just you're right
Respawn.
back up. You're
It's not
respawning.
like heaven to me personally, but then again,
You would just want to
I don't
float in
like getting
clouds.
stabbed.
I'd
Yeah.
rather be in hell. Hell sounds like a better time.
Hard pass.
It's a Dan take.
Yeah.
It's a hardcore Dan take.
Yeah.
How much fucking is going on in heaven?
Yeah, it's just the thing was when you're in heaven, you just feel like you're constantly getting fucked.
Probably not.
Yeah,
It just seems lame.
I think it's
pure orgasm.
just bliss
Yeah.
Nah.
because you're not attached to your body anymore. You're like,
Yeah.
thank God, I'm not.
No
You might
thanks.
be having sex in hell, but you are certainly an unwilling bottom.
Yeah.
If
Or you just never get off.
yeah, or it's like
It's just a constant edge.
or it's like
Yeah.
you have to bang your grandpa who was also a sinner
yeah.
type of thing. A great grandpa, just-
You don't know him
And he
though,
calls you
probably.
pig boy the whole time.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not weird because he was born in like the 1800s.
Believe it or not, hell seems like hell to me.
Get this.
Yeah. Anyway, Saturnalia is essentially what Christmas. It became Christmas in a lot of ways. It took place during what Christmas is now. Mid to late December.
Yeah.
And eventually, the papal authorities were just like, "Fuck it, we're celebrating the birth of Christ during the winter solstice because this is already such a huge fucking holiday that like we're not going to get rid of it, but we want the pagans to stop celebrating pagan shit, so we're going to make this Christmas now."
Yeah, and that's how a lot of integration, like how Christianity spread across the world, and a lot of different places.
They integrated all kinds of shit into be like, "Oh, see, we can do this too." Like
Yeah.
a Christmas tree, I think was like Germanic or something.
Yeah, there's no such thing as an original idea, even back then.
No. Well, and here's how crazy it is. So from the get-go, it's like borrowing from other shit or sounds the exact same as other shit. So it honors Saturn, who is the god of time and agriculture, which, by the way, him being the god of time should make him the most powerful god, but he's not.
He's got the time
Jupiter is,
stone.
because Jupiter is Zeus.
Yeah, Jupiter overtook Saturn, I want to say.
No, Jupiter is like a native Greek god because Jupiter is Zeus.
Who had the
Right.
Infinity Stones?
Thanos.
Thanos. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, the Mad Titan Thanos.
Yeah, but I feel like the Time Stone was the most important stone.
Time Stone is easily the best stone because you can undo everything with the Time Stone.
Yeah.
But somehow he was below Jupiter. I don't know. And Saturn's main thing, what they kind of celebrated with this and the sort of like everyone gets everything equally, maybe a little communist, is like everyone's slave. Like the whole thing was slaves, women, children, poor people, rich people. Everyone kind of got the same shit. Everyone celebrated hard the same. Like everyone could fuck each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was no like all like social norms were out the fucking window for this week.
Well, that is the social norm for Romans.
A lot.
Well, yeah, like
They
It's
had
all
quite
fucking-
quite a complex society.
We've talked about it in the Pompeii episode. It's all sex.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of banging, but this is like banging to the extreme. And also, you got to remember though, Pompeii's a vacation town.
A lot of French Pierreing.
A lot of
Lucky
lucky Pierre.
Nah.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sure that the amount of lucky Pierres during Saturnalia.
How many non-French Pierres are there? You got to think not a lot.
Juan Pierre.
That's fair. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he Dominican? What is he?
He's definitely Latino. I'll look up what Juan Pierre's nationality is here.
I would take a wild guess at Haitian.
No, because he plays baseball.
What, Haitians can't play baseball?
Not really, no.
Usually, no, it's the other side of the island.
Yeah, it's weird. Baseball only works on one side of that island.
A side note, there's a lot of stuff that only affects
Well,
one side
actually,
of that
no, man. He's fucking Creole.
Okay, so kind of.
So he's French, and Haitian.
Yeah, kind of.
But he's from Louisiana. So
Right.
that's
Yeah, so he's from New
American.
Orleans. There
He's
we go.
from Louisiana. Oh, his family is. He was from Alabama, but Creole eventually.
Anyway.
Well, anyway. So anyone could pretty much do anything. All social norms went out the fucking window. And the reason is that it was all about kind of celebrating when Saturn, the god Saturn, ruled over the golden age of humanity, which was when humans enjoyed what they wrote in the thing was the spontaneous bounty of earth without labor and in a state of innocence. So Adam and Eve.
Yeah, I don't know how deep you dug into the Saturn shit, like Saturn conspiracy theories.
Not enlighten me.
Yeah, so there's a lot of conspiracy theory talk about how Saturn was the original sun.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets out there, so just bear with
Oh,
me.
like the actual planet, and modern people think that Saturn was the original sun.
Yeah, like
and then died down somehow instead of
like-
going supernova.
Yeah, like it became a gaseous planet.
Yeah.
It's all a way to keep us from knowing. Like basically, there's something about like God's all-seeing eye, and that was the storm of Saturn, the six-sided storm
On its pole.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that
because
was like,
the storm, the famous storm's in Jupiter, the eye of Jupiter.
there's
or whatever.
actually a giant one in Saturn too. There's a giant six-sided,
Okay.
like hexagonal storm.
but on its pole.
I believe it's on its pole.
Yeah.
So that apparently radiated energy throughout the universe and gave us a ton of eternal life shit. And, basically, everything.
Right.
God is Saturn, and the earth was bountiful. Like people just lived a longer time because Saturn was there.
Yeah.
If you want to read like some schizophrenic fever dream about why it works that way,
Yeah.
be my guest. I don't remember all the details, but I dove into that for about 10 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm just going to remember this part. Yeah.
Well, dude, I mostly just love that apparently every single human society is just their creation story basically boils down to like, man, it was so much better when we were monkeys.
Well, yeah, consciousness is a real bitch.
Yeah, they're like, God damn it, we could have been monkeys.
We could have just thrown shit.
We could have been bonobos monkeys, just
Yeah.
fucking and eating fruit.
Yeah, before society told us to get a job.
Yeah. Nobody in the history of mankind, except for psychos, wanted a job.
Yeah.
And then a couple psychos either like got jobs, got rich, and then made everyone else had jobs because they paid the first people to like beat up the people who didn't want jobs.
Because they couldn't get laid. So
Yeah.
they're like, we got to devise a system in order for us to get to the top so then we're attractive to women.
No one, it's just every society was like, God damn it, I wish we were still monkeys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's be real. You just hang out. Okay. We do all these things to not light a fire,
Right.
to cook food now. And it's like, I work 40 hours a week to ensure that I don't have to work kind of hard to make my food.
So I don't live under 290.
Yeah.
Well, what's fucked up too is there's a lot of like weird stuff with those origin stories that have like actual scientific roots without them even understanding it at all. Like I remember like one of the things was like there really wasn't disease before Adam and Eve ate the apple or whatever fucking Saturn ruled the earth or whatever. Like disease wasn't a thing, with people.
Oh, that's in the mythos or whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is though, human beings are the most diseased animals on the planet, and it's because of our lifestyle.
Yeah.
And prior to farming, disease was not really a problem.
Because our immune system was so fucking strong
Yeah.
from just being out in the elements.
like literally somehow all of these origin stories figured out like weird shit like that.
It's like, yeah, once you guys started eating bread, it all really went downhill.
Well, it's also once you start, guys like kept a pile of mud full of pigs shitting and pissing
yeah.
or whatever next to your house, you started getting sick.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking weird?
It comes down to fucking pigs, man.
Yeah, pigs, all that shit. But yeah, so essentially Saturn ruled over Adam and Eve times or whatever. By the way, I enjoyed this part of the story. Jewish people.
Oh, yeah.
tried to take credit. Answer for you people, Jake. Tried to take credit for Saturnalia.
him.
We try to take credit for it.
So the Talmud basically credits Adam. This origins, like, credits the origins of this celebration to the Adam. Like, it was a festival about Adam, and according to them, Adam, or like maybe it was like originally a Jewish festival, and about how Adam, when he was created, saw the days were getting shorter because like solstice and the way the earth moves and everything. And he was freaking out because he thought it was punishment for eating the apple, and so he fasted for 8 days. He thought the earth was going black again,
Oh, no.
like pre-creation.
Oh no!
Like God was just like, man, fuck you and this apple.
Yeah,
It's going black again.
it wasn't bad enough we kicked you out of this nice garden.
He was like, oh, you thought it was good when you were a monkey? Well, guess what? I'm just making it nothingness now. There will be nothing anymore. It was better then, which I can't disagree with in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
But
the empty void would be kind of nice too.
I totally disagree with that. Actually, I like this better.
No,
I didn't ask for this.
Why does anything exist at all, guys?
Yeah, existence. No, I like existence.
No, it's super dope.
Anyway, he was afraid that the world was going to
can
become
be.
empty again because God was pissed that he ate that his wife
That sounds really self-centered.
tricked him into eating an apple. Yeah.
It's like, oh, God's punishing me all the time.
So he fasted for 8
Well,
days.
he's technically also fucking himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Eve is created from his rib,
Fucking chicks is gay.
so he's fucking himself.
Fucking chicks is gay.
Yeah.
Because
like a-
chicks are made of dudes.
Yeah. Oh, women are made of men.
Yeah.
Okay.
But actually, what it really means is actually, like, we have what? There are two X's. We have X and Y. Right? So what if we're all just lesbians, man?
that's a reach.
Well, we all have ovaries,
We're all just
and
lesbians.
then our ovaries drop.
Yeah.
and then
our
become
ovary-
testicles.
and our vagina turns inside out.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But we still have nips.
Everyone
That'd be cool
has
if nips did something else. Like they
Milk, dude.
inverted. No, for
Our
men.
nipples, since their nipples extrovert,
Yeah.
extrovert, whatever, our nipples invert more. Like,
Yeah.
we just have two, like, chest pussies.
Yeah, it's like, yo, this
Two little bowls.
Like, you suck on a girl's tits and then they finger your chest.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
so
man, I
opposite.
fucking wish.
No, that's why like hugs would be really intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put
put-
their
yeah.
nips into your nip holes.
This is turning into like 12-year-old bus talk, like some kid trying to convince you of something that's not true from sex ed.
Whatever. Life is a fucking 12-year-old bus dog.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Inverted nipples, that's what I'm getting.
So you put it in them. You put your outside vagina in their inside vagina, and
They
they
put
put
your-
their outside nipples in your inside nipples, and you're just connected.
It's
in,
like a puzzle piece.
Yeah, and it's like 4 different ways.
and you just look at him in the eye and it's like, this is what God wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No God wants that.
Do you know if they had multiple kids other than Cain and Abel?
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a shit ass kid named Seth.
Did they?
They had a kid named Seth.
Yeah, probably.
Like literally, you just go to the Bible. It's like
Sounds like a
Cain,
classic middle
Abel,
child.
Adam, Eve, Seth.
Oh man, we got to do a movie about Seth,
Yeah.
like that other guy.
Yeah.
KB No Swag does a
Teen
good
Jesus.
deep dive on Seth
Oh,
for,
really?
for
Seth.
Barstool. So
Seth, the fifth human.
yeah, he's also
Sucks.
good. He's a good Twitter follow too. If you
Fifth
don't follow
place
him
human.
already.
Seth?
Seth and KB No Swag.
I don't
Yeah.
follow that.
I
I'll have
don't
to
know.
check that out.
But yeah, so
No free plugs.
Jewish people said that essentially Adam fasted for 8 days to try and make the world stop going into darkness. Then he just realized it was the way the planet orbited and turned, essentially, or the way the seasons worked. Didn't know what the planet or whatever. And that festival was later turned into the pagan festival of Saturnalia.
I like that he just was like, oh, maybe this is just the way the planet works.
Yeah.
Once he finally got hungry.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, maybe
Like,
the planet
you
just
know
does
what? Yeah,
this. Yeah.
Because also you wouldn't figure that out in 8 days.
No. Unless it was like
It would
right
take
at,
months.
Yeah. Unless it was right at like the point where the
Or
sun starts going
He
back
was
up
keeping track by the minute.
Yeah.
Had to, which you have nothing else to do.
No. Especially if you're not eating,
Yeah.
you're literally
Not
doing
even
nothing.
eating, not banging, not doing anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Saturnalia is essentially Roman Christmas. It's a celebration of, it started out as like a farming holiday, like pre-Republic, like Roman Kingdom.
Oh, nice.
So Etruscan, when Rome was nothing but Rome and maybe a couple other cities, basically. And supposedly, at first, I mean, we're talking probably 800 BC, 700 BC, and you know, the Republic really came into its own at like 300, or I mean 400, 300, something like
That's when they started the vibe.
Yeah. But so back then, it's 800, 700, whatever. Human sacrifice was involved in the original Saturnalias. Supposedly.
I didn't get to the human part.
Do you think the monkey part of us still did sacrifices, or this was all just, job and human creation?
Well, I have seen Planet Earth once, and those chimps will, like, if a chimp comes into their territory, even though they're not carnivores, they will brutally murder and eat the chimp. Even though they don't eat meat.
That just sounds like self-defense. That's called, I believe, castle
The
law
eating of the
in
chimp
Texas.
is not so much
Yeah,
self-defense.
I think at a
You can just bash its skull in.
and then you like put it on a stick or something.
Right.
But they're resourceful. Maybe they're like, well, we know we
We
can.
use every part of the murder victim.
Yeah, it's the best way to clean it up.
That's true. Before the monkey police come.
Those monkeys with jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The monkeys that hate their lives and have jobs.
It's like, oh God, we got to go to another ritual beating and eating.
So yeah, I do think human sacrifice is
Beat
somehow
and eat,
inherent.
baby.
It's somehow inherent in the.
That's just an old school
animal
beef
part
and
of it.
beer.
Yeah, beat and eat.
Beat and eat.
Yeah, dude. It's kegs and eggs.
Yeah.
We're going over to the.
Is that a Northeast thing, though, the beef and beers?
I have no idea what beef and beers is. I
You,
don't.
you go for like a charity. You just a lot. You get
You just get like.
catered roast beef, make some sandwiches, and you get a keg. And like 40 people show up, throw $20 in, and it all goes to charity.
I mean, I've eaten many a catered beef sandwich. I suppose it's not a go-to.
Is that like a VW?
It's like a funeral sandwich.
Like a VFW.
Like veterans.
VFW.
VFW.
yeah.
Yeah, like.
VW is
It's a car, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it's the type of car the people from the VFW were shooting at when they were becoming veterans of foreign wars.
Yeah, you definitely don't host beef and beers there.
Yeah.
No, is that the
You don't roll the
dealership?
VW up to, well, the Vietnam vets roll a VW up to the VFW, but the World War II vets aren't happy about it.
Yeah,
You have a little beef, a little beer, and then you buy a bug.
beef, beers, and bugs.
Yeah, sure, why not?
we're getting there today, guys.
So anyway, yeah, so the whole thing, the all Saturnalia is, it actually, like, at first reading this, I was like, oh, yeah, this is different than Christmas, until I thought about it for 2 seconds, and I was like, oh, no, it's the exact same as Christmas.
Yeah,
Rampant overeating and drunkenness were two cornerstones of it. The only difference is that now we rampantly overeat and get drunk, but we just, like, don't as much, I suppose, fuck each other, or at least not out in the open.
yeah.
It's like go to a car and
Whoa. You've never been to a Murphy Christmas Eve party, huh?
how many other Murphys have you banged?
0.
That's good. It's good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but no, I mean, like, rampant overeating, check. Christmas, for sure. Drunkenness, fucking check. Christmas, for sure. According to the stuff I read, drunkenness was, like, it was weird to be sober during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you get lit up, though, for a midnight mass?
No, I was usually 12.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would get pretty lit up for midnight mass.
I will say this, during, like, in my high school days and college days, yeah, I would get pretty stoned on Christmas and Thanksgiving and shit like that.
Huh.
You go for the traditional walk around the neighborhood.
Well, when my grandmother, God rest her soul, was still alive, I would just smoke a bowl on the way there
Oh, that's good.
with the windows down, knowing that she wouldn't be able to smell anything, or wouldn't even know what it smelled like.
Just the hot ash just blowing in her face in the back of the car.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
actually just drive her Miss Daisy style.
Yeah.
Just light
Vape
up bowls.
right in her
Yeah,
face.
just like blow her.
This was pre-vape. This is this is like, we're talking like 2003
Yeah,
to
for
2008
you.
type of situation here.
You gotta create your own vape.
Yeah, it's just smoke. It's just burning.
It's smoking out of a Coke can
Well, I had a
or an apple.
An apple.
Yeah.
Make your own
Bong.
gravity bong.
Oh, dude, gravity bongs. Ugh.
Like cut open like a piece of or like a 2-liter soda.
We actually had someone that had a giant, those wine bottles, the giant sangria ones that are cheap.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like that big around. Looks like a pumpkin almost full of wine. We had a guy make a
Did he
gravity
keep the
bong.
wicker on it?
No, he didn't. He cut the bottom off of it with a glass saw.
Perfect.
And he used that. It was the nicest gravity bong.
That's pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone was shit-faced. Stuff included excessive drinking, obviously, feasting, cross-dressing. Orgies were commonplace.
Orgies. Okay.
You skipped over the cross-dressing.
Yeah, kind of yada yada that. What was going on with that?
Trying to hide that? Sneak it in there?
Is what it is.
That's kind of so. It's just very turning everything on its head because
everything.
Like,
so that was the whole point.
Yeah.
Everything got turned on its head. It was stuff like slaves would sit at the head of the table, which I was going to get into more later. But like slaves would sit at the head of their master's table and get served by the masters, which sounds like a nice, like it's like, oh fuck. Like it's like when a CEO works as like the lowest person in the company, not like undercover boss, but like when they do it conspicuously
right.
for like a day or a couple days to like know what it's like to be at the bottom of the company. But at the end of the day, they're still a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It seemed like cruel, honestly, to be like, you'll never get this. Yeah.
Just a little taste
Here's
of
a
the
little
high
taste.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you get.
This is my life every day.
Yeah, here's how good life could be for fucking 51 weeks out of the year.
Yeah. It's rough.
Enjoy it. But the thing is, though, is that this is the 1 week. Like, if you were like a noble girl and there was, some actors back then were dog shit.
So
actors back then were like fucking clowns.
They had
like you wouldn't want your child to be fucking a clown.
They had a week of Rumspringa.
Rumspringa, yeah, it was like a Rumspringa. So like if some noble woman, like noble, 19-year-old girl was like, oh man, like I obviously can't fuck this actor because he's a dirty piece of shit and a clown and like it's beneath me, but I know he has a big dick. This is the week. I can go find him and get fucked by or a slave or anything.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. You know what I mean? Like a slave girl. I mean, actually rich people fucked slave women all the time. So
they didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like amazing to me that this didn't turn into The Purge.
I was going to say that too.
After a day or two, they're like, well, this is actually so
murder.
Murder, right?
Yeah.
It was a joyous time.
Yeah, but
murder's not joyous.
No, but hey, if you're being like kind of almost mocked, I guess you probably wouldn't realize you were being mocked.
No,
but
it's like if it wasn't for this 1 week, I would murder all of you.
Yeah.
But you give me a little bit
Just
of
a
the
taste.
high life.
Yeah, that's all you need.
And it keeps me kind of not on edge.
can't wait for next one. Yeah, no, I just feel like if it's like after 2 days, you're like, man, their lives are so much better than mine.
Do you think there was people that had like long-term relationships, but only for 1 week a year? It's like they just kept going back to each other for years.
I guarantee that people hooked up during this and then we're like,
See you next year.
No, we're just like, God, I want to keep doing this type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Almost certainly.
It's the only time I've ever gotten off.
Yeah. Well, if
With
the
this
show,
huge slave dick.
yeah, huge slave dick. I say huge slave dick because there's an episode in the show Rome where the fucking main female lead in the show, whose name I can't remember, like gets gifted by her rival slave with just a monster dick, just a huge penis. They show it too. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a Wahlberg situation, but man, I mean, it is a horse penis.
It's a hammer.
Yeah.
Was that real in Boogie Nights? That wasn't as real.
No, that was
Okay,
prosthetic.
it's definitely
that
prosthetic.
was a prosthetic
It
for
was
sure.
like clearly a prosthetic. Yeah, okay. It's jarring when you first see the end of Boogie Nights.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, wait a minute, what?
The most jarring part is when he gets beat up in the pickup truck jacking off.
Yeah.
When some guy like is like, yeah, man, I just want to show me you jack off, and then like he jacks off for 2 seconds, and the guy's like, fucking hobo, and starts punching him in the face. I'm like, no, you're the gay one.
Yeah.
Like you
asked for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You requested it.
You wanted to see him jack
Like
off.
deal with your stuff.
Yeah. And pay the man.
Wahlberg just needs money.
Yeah. Pay the man his money.
Yeah. That's
Rounders.
I know that's Rounders. Wahlberg's not even in that.
But yeah,
No.
so everything essentially was on the table. Gambling was legal too. Like anyone could gamble. I guess dice were big back then. I couldn't really figure out what the game was.
Craps.
Some shitty version of craps
Yeah.
type of thing. I'm not a big dice game guy, so I don't
Wasn't
know.
there something about the kids too? Like if a kid,
You never
Yeah, like
traveled
some
to
sort of-
East St. Louis?
Not for that. I traveled for the other Saturnalia stuff.
wasn't there something about like one king? There would be like a king of mischief or something.
Yeah,
like that?
I was
Yeah.
going to get into that. So it started, this whole thing, I'll say a couple other little quick facts. Started as a single day, like way back in the day when they were stabbing humans to celebrate Saturn. And then it kind of became kind of like Christmas, how, everyone's like Christmas commercials start earlier and earlier type of thing. Got longer and longer.
Right.
Became a whole week. all work, all business, all courts, fucking everything stopped. I guess with the exception of like selling food and stuff. People decorated their homes with wreaths and greenery. I don't know what kind of wreaths. I mean, I assume there's some types of like pine trees and stuff on the Roman Peninsula or on the Italian Peninsula.
I'm sure there's some sort of evergreen.
Yeah, evergreens on the Roman Peninsula, along with other types of greenery. But yeah, so they decorate with all types of like greenery and shit like that. And there's got to be autumn in Italy, right?
Yeah.
So they would have to be evergreen type, pine type stuff, you would think, for the most part.
Well, I mean, shit.
Not in southern Italy, maybe, but
I mean, but like hell, like pesto is made in Italy.
Yeah.
That's pine nuts.
yeah. So yes. So yeah. Well, who knows when that started? But yes. So there's probably a lot of evergreen type of, whatever. Plants. Who cares? Anyway, and they didn't wear togas.
Oh yeah.
They changed into more color, their version of Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
Essentially. What are these? Synthesis, actually, is how it's spelled.
And you said they had
Synthesis.
a cheermeister as well. So the Grinch straight up stole that.
What?
They had their own version of like a cheermeister.
You have to explain that. I missed that part.
From the Grinch, where it's just like
I know what the Grinch is.
it's just the guy who embodies the holiday.
Yeah. Yes. That's what we were about to talk about. So.
Oh yeah.
So in a lot of Roman households, there was like a mock king, is what they kind of called it, Joe, like a king of Saturnalia, the Saturnalia. Fuck.
It's okay.
The Saturnalia.
Just give it your best go.
Lysius, Saturnalicus, whatever.
Yeah.
The Saturnalicus princeps. So this is like the leader of Saturnalia, the prince of Saturnalia, something like that. And yes, he was mischievous. He was kind of like I can't call him the Grinch because he was like really the spirit of the holiday.
Right. No. In the Grinch, they have one person that they promote to be the cheermeister that embodies all that Christmas is.
Yeah. So this type of thing did get picked up in Europe with Christianity and Christmas and stuff like that, where it was like a mischievous guy, like you're supposed to like be, like cause trouble and be mischievous and stuff like that. And it was based exactly on this, on the leader of Saturnalia, the Saturnalia king. Lord of Misrule is another name for it that the Romans had. Usually, the funniest part about it is that it was usually like a low-level person in the family or the house.
Yeah, it's usually like a little kid.
A little kid, or just like, if I guess there weren't like little kids in the house, just like the shittiest sibling type of situation or something.
Yeah, or if
like a
there's, like-
cousin no one liked.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Or like if you had a poop smith around or something like that, they'd be it.
Yeah, and the reason is because they got to be douchebags.
Yeah.
They got to be little assholes. And I guess if you don't want your like firstborn heir to everything to be the dickhole, unless they're like 12 or 10 or so, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want 19-year-old Lucius, who's like the heir to your family's political
No, you want the
fortunes.
kid you already hate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because what they would do is they would insult guests. They would wear fucked up clothes. I assume that includes cross-dressing.
Yeah.
They would like sexually harass women and girls and probably fuck them too, or like do all kinds of weird shit to them like that. Probably boys do, guys too. Like
can you
they would just sexually harass people.
I'm sorry. Imagine like rolling up, you time travel. You made the cardinal mistake of going back in time. You go to Rome.
During Saturnalia, I don't think that's a cardinal mistake at all.
And you roll into someone's house as a Saturnalia guest, Courtney, and just this 9-year-old dressed as a woman sticks his finger up her butt.
Yeah.
And just calls her a bitch.
And then just punches you in the dick.
Yeah.
It's like, happy Saturnalia.
I got to tell you guys, if I had a time machine, my number one thing I would do right now is learn Latin and go back to Saturnalia.
You die.
I don't think you die.
I don't think I'd die. I think I'd be in a rad orgy.
No, it's not as cool as you probably think. Like,
No, it'd probably
it's
smell
probably little kids ball tapping you. Like, this shit ain't new.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Look at this idiot. He doesn't even know how orgy.
I want to go
It's
get
on his
fucked
nose.
up. I want to go fuck my brain up on wine that's laced with lead and just have weird orgies.
Only if it's like you have the golden mask and it's like eyes wide shut.
Like
kinda,
a bird mask.
Yeah.
type of thing.
Fidelio.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, these people, the lords of misrule or whatever, they would also like play pranks, and they just got to be rude, like really fucking rude.
That sounds like a pretty awesome holiday.
It does. Like
Yeah.
you just walk up to somebody's plate on their table and just like fucking wipe it off.
Idiot.
Be like, eat that off the floor, you bitch.
Bore on the floor.
Bore on the floor. Oh, man. Was that episode just the long Saturnalia feast?
I think it was, yeah.
But yeah, it was usually someone lowly, and I really think the reason part of the reason was like, yeah, whatever, he sucks. And also because if you're lowly, you can only get away with so much, right?
Yeah.
Like if the fucking
There's only so much your master's going to take.
because
Before it's like, okay, you're crossing the line,
ends in a
big
week.
guy. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's like Shadow Day.
You just take mental notes, and you're like, you're going to pay for that.
Yeah, 100%. And the same with that's why. So the slaves. Another thing was, slaves were allowed to critique their masters during this week.
So they got a little roast moment.
Yeah, I
But-
couldn't tell if it was roast or if it was like serious critiques, but I think it was a little bit of both for sure.
Yeah.
But some bullshit, like when you're in an interview, and it's like, what's your biggest weakness? And then you spin it into a positive.
Yeah,
It's that.
It's like, oh, what do you dislike about me? And they're just like, well, you order food really late in the night sometimes, and I hate that. And everyone will laugh out. They're like, oh yeah, I do eat late. All right, I'll try to work on that.
Yeah.
But they'll never be like, yeah, you keep pretty much raping my daughter.
Yeah.
They're never like, and I hate you for that, and I hate you, and I want to murder you for that.
You own me.
Yeah, fuck you for owning me.
Yeah. I really don't like that.
Right, because it's only a week, and they don't get to
Be free after.
that week, and they're not even free during that week.
No, they're just put on a pedestal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was always
you're
pretty.
put under a pedestal. Like you're underneath. You're not on the pedestal.
No, you're on it for a minute. They feed you.
Yeah.
You get food.
They cater to you.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's like, oh, isn't it the best special little slave boy day? And they bring you some food. And it's
They
like,
pat
that's
you on the
nice.
head like a little pet.
You deserve this.
Another way was funny though is it wasn't always so another way they chose the mock king, the Lord of Misrule, whatever. It wasn't just like always a shitty person. Sometimes they would like hide shit over the house around the house, and it was kind of like an Easter egg hunt.
Oh, fun.
Like they'd hide like coins around the house, and whoever found the most
got to be the mischief
got
game.
to be the fucking asshole for the week. Which I would be sprinting after those coins,
Yeah, absolutely.
right?
You
Like,
just want to
I'd
have
be-
the upper hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're just a little like shithole prince, like just some little asshole, and you just get to be a bigger asshole for the week.
Just fucking Super Mario collecting all the coins.
Yeah. Would you want to be the Lord of Misrule, Dan?
No.
Why not? Too busy with the orgies.
Seems like a lot of pressure.
It's a lot. It is a lot of work because anyone who's not the Lord of Misrule, they get bothered by him, but otherwise they're just like, okay, yeah, you keep playing pranks. I'm going to the orgy in the woods.
Right.
Oh, no, you can't leave. You have to stay here and make fun. Yeah.
You
I'm
can't
gonna-
come.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't go to the
Although
orgy.
you could probably
You got to throw rocks at the dogs for a while.
you can cause massive mischief if you go to the orgy.
At an orgy.
Yeah.
Is there any place you could cause more mischief than an orgy? Really?
No,
No.
probably not.
Not at all.
Just kind of critique everybody.
Less thrusting.
I can tell she's not feeling. You can't see her face because you're doing her from behind, but yeah, she didn't look. She
Not
look
an
happy
ounce
right
of
now.
pleasure.
She looks pretty unimpressed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
waiting for it to be over.
Your Roman accent.
No, like old timey.
What would be your number one priority, Dan? I'm gonna ask you this too.
Okay.
If you were transported back to Saturnalia, where are you heading first?
Probably a feast,
Okay.
massive feast. I'm probably stuffing my brains out. Like, although, what kind of food? Like, what? How's the food back then?
Pretty good, I think.
Not
They don't really have a whole lot of seasoning.
They would have more seasoning.
You have to like
there.
travel the world to get a spice.
They've got season. They've got a
They've
fair
got
amount of
salt
seasoning.
at least.
Okay. So
Yeah,
cool.
and they're
Like,
and you know
salted
they're like
chicken.
they're like roasting everything over an open fire. Pork doesn't need 20 seasonings.
So rotisserie chicken. So pretty much what I eat anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't even have tomatoes.
Do they have sides?
Yeah, they got a bunch of stuff. Probably I don't know what.
Rolls.
We're not sure what they have. It's probably good though. Good enough to live off of.
So a feast. The answer's a feast.
I go to a feast, but at the same time, I'm just thinking the food, it's gonna be nowhere near as good.
Or it's gonna be way better because none of it has preservatives in it.
It probably
It's all
sucks.
It's, probably the
It's all
purest
like
it's ever
smoked
been.
over an open fire.
Yeah.
Just like everyone probably smells back then.
Oh, everyone smells like asshole back
Yeah.
then.
Food probably tastes like asshole too.
Yeah. Although this is one of the better bathing times in history. Perfume
The
bathing
Romans.
times.
Yeah. And
As compared to like if you go to like, 1100s England.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It's better than that. Probably better than 1800s England.
So you go to the feast, you go to the orgy, but orgies, I feel like they probably get old, right?
I'd like to know. I'd like to.
You've
I'd
been to
rather
one orgy.
I'd
you've
rather
probably
get bored
been
at an
to
orgy than not go to one.
every orgy.
What? You've been to one orgy, you've been to them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably the same shit.
Plus, how can you like tell like if some guy tries to make you the lucky Pierre? You're like, no.
You're probably getting violated.
Oh, you're not brushing anyone off. Like,
Yeah, you're definitely getting violated. And what do they lube up with?
But then if you're not getting violated, I feel like that's kind of a diss to you.
Like, why
You're
does
like, what's
no one
wrong
want
with
my
me?
butt?
What's wrong with my looks?
Yeah.
Right. Well, you'd almost certainly be like a top 5% attractiveness person there. Teeth alone,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
not to mention height.
Oh, you'd be a giant.
Be
Yeah.
like, who is this giant Dane?
You might just be swarmed by Roman noblewomen.
It's true. But at the same time, what if they deny you? Like, what if you get nothing? You go to the orgy and you're just sitting in the corner.
Oof, that's always tough.
You
That's
gotta
a
start
tough
telling
look.
jokes, man.
That's a
You
tough
start
look.
ripping on people.
Yeah, then
You just be the jest guy.
Yeah.
You want to be, it's just you and some beta Lord of Misrule who no one wants to fuck. Sit in the corner like it's like you're at a high school dance without a date. You're like, what, look at them.
Just looking at
Look at those
whatever
two.
they used as to pass the time instead of a phone.
It was a tablet.
Yeah.
It was an actual stone tablet.
You're actually just the two of you like playing.
Here,
With
just hit me over the head with this.
yeah. It's just you two like playing with a feather he found somewhere.
We're playing tic-tac-toe in the sand
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a stick
He might like chisel Dan was here for you in a wall.
before I hang myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are also just the other option would just be there are just general, I don't know, just shit-faced parties.
Yeah. I think the party, I'm going to go ahead and
You
tell what
drink,
I would do.
you eat, and you fuck. That's all there is
Yeah.
to do.
I feel like they probably had this out of order. You should probably fuck first, just so you're not full. Or like
You don't
bloated.
want to fuck after the feast.
No. There's definitely got to be like,
Well, you carb up. Carb load.
Yeah,
Got that
bread.
energy.
Actually, their bread's probably fantastic.
So you get some bread in you, you
Yeah.
fuck, and then you recover with some chicken.
Okay.
Or some
it
protein.
absorbs all the
Yeah.
lead wine.
yeah, that's a good point. No, I think you probably have like an appetizer, like a tapas style, like some bread, some cheese, some grapes. You go to your fuck fest. You come back, have some more wine, eat your dinner, and then you go out to a party. You go to a rager. You know, do some.
And also,
weird
those
shit.
ragers are probably borderline orgies.
Yeah,
Like, think about college bars you've been to in the 21st century.
it's a good point. I've seen some stuff go down in those. I've seen
What,
sex
balls?
Yeah, I've seen people like insert themselves in other people in balls.
Yeah.
I have seen people fucking at Deco.
Yeah.
Or
I
at
have
Deco.
I have fucked at Big 12.
Dude, we at the
I have fingered at Harpo's.
at the
like it's
Florida Georgia tailgate, we saw people were hopping into train cars and having sex.
Oh yeah, when we met,
yeah,
yeah.
and we didn't know each other,
yeah.
and it
Even
took
at
years.
in that dirt parking lot, people were having sex.
Well, that's
that is the-
that's Jackson.
that is
though.
the
Come on.
21st century with 2,000 years of Christian shame.
Yeah,
Like, so think about a party, not even an official orgy. Mm-hmm. There's a party at in a Roman public space.
Yeah, but if you're going back in time, obviously you're not accustomed to like what they are, and it's gonna be a little weird. There's gonna be a lot of kids. There's gonna be a lot of underage people.
So it sounds like
Participating.
6th Street, or actually 6th Street on like Halloween when people are strolling around their kids.
It's definitely not as cool as we think it's gonna be. You're gonna get back, and it's gonna be like, wow, it's just a bunch of fat people and underage, like kids.
You would get there and you'd be like, dude, everyone is gross.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like I don't want to touch anybody.
yeah.
I'll go in the corner with the
You would
king
literally-
of jest, and we'll jerk each other off
You could just make fun of people.
yeah.
while he's jerking. Yeah, while we're stroking each
All
other
right.
off. Yeah.
That's fair.
Look at that idiot. Look at that idiot over there. Yeah. You almost done? You almost done? Cool. Yeah, I'll keep going. Yeah, that guy. Tiny butt, huh? Yeah, tiny butt guy. Oh, you came. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would go, I guess, to the party first. So the orgy does still sound pretty rad. Also, maybe like girls that are hot now are gross back then. Like they want the fat one. I don't know what Rome. I don't remember what Roman beauty standards were.
Yeah, they even if they're thin, like not a whole lot of them are working out. There's not a whole lot of ass.
What if you're
Maybe
so
some
wrong?
saggy tits, like
No, they'd be like 20-year-olds. 25-year-old.
No bras though.
What?
There's no bras, so they're just kind of hanging.
How much of an effect do you think gravity has on a 25-year-old's breasts?
Well, back then, a
Gravity was
25-year-old,
not stronger.
25-year-old was like a
Do you know how
50-year-old.
strong gravity is now, Rob? Back then, or how not strong.
That's
it
why
is?
they were shorter.
Yeah.
The Earth's pull was
It's just
so much
strong,
harder.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Where's that
Okay.
time machine, Rob?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do without a time machine. Yeah, I'd go to the party, I guess. I'd go party, orgy. I'd grab some food later.
Yeah.
Actually, you'd probably just get like chicken bones and shit. You'd have to eat first. I just
Dude. It's basically every other night in college without an orgy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, considering what happens today, I mean, my God. And then the things we were sent at TFM type of stuff.
Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
not that much different, really.
You talking about the Oklahoma State stuff
What happened at Oklahoma State?
I just remember
that we could never put out?
I just remember the horrifying beach fingering video.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't see either of these.
PCB.
Yeah, I think it was a piece. Probably. Why not?
Was it someone just really going at it?
Yeah, neither of them were attractive.
Hot.
Well, good for them. They found each other.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, and it was like standing up in the midst of, 100, 200 people?
Yeah.
And everyone near them could.
That's real life, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to senior year. I went to Panama City, and you go to the beach. People are, that's routine. Like, there's multiple people fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
surrounded by thousands of people.
Being like, yeah.
This was like kind of pre. Everyone had a cell phone that could record video.
Well, and post immediately to social.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. So,
because I mean, I still had like one of those Sidekick phones that you kind of type with. The keyboard would pop out.
Yeah. No, I mean, not everyone had an instant to Twitter.
no, like I remember I had a video on my phone of like rushing the court after a basketball game, and it just lived on my phone.
That's it.
It didn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
It was just a fun memory that's dead now, gone now.
Yeah, you didn't download off that phone.
You didn't keep that SIM card.
No,
Yeah.
it's just lived on the phone. And I'd be like, here's when I did this. And have to like open it, go down the files. Yeah.
Had to
re-download
load.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, that makes
times.
sense.
Simpler time.
Speaking of your guy, your masturbating buddy,
My guy.
the Lord of Misrule. Well, he's your guy now.
Your friend that you jerk off.
Apparently, he would have some of the pranks or whatever. Like if he could order you to do shit too.
What?
Yeah, he could order you to do weird shit, and you would have to do it. So like one of the things was like seeing naked. Although to be fair, like being naked back then was not
No.
being naked now. 2,000 years of Christian shame. So it'd just be like take off the clothes you're barely wearing,
Yeah.
and like we're gonna see your penis, which you've already seen 100 times. Or we'll see your tits, which we've seen 1,000 times, and sing.
Yeah.
Right? Like I assume.
So he just hazes you.
Yes, he hazes you, or then want to throw him into cold water. And I gotta say, sing naked and throw him into cold water are like both things I did as a pledge. Be thrown into cold water and have to like say something naked. So,
I was never naked when I got hazed.
oh really?
Yeah, I was never naked either.
Yeah, I never had to do
Sad.
naked hazing.
I think Rob really showed his true colors today, and his fraternity's colors.
Pink
Yeah.
on the inside.
Were you Delta Sig?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know much.
Yeah, I never really got like hardcore hazed,
Oh no, I did.
but again, I was,
That was all initiation.
bottom tier fraternity at UCF. So
It's all right. We weren't exactly top tier. It's fine. But yeah, so you'd have to tell you to do shit like that. I don't know what else it would be. Like jack off the dog. Like go grab a dog from the street, jack it off.
Jack off the stray.
Yeah. Dude, fucking baby.
Yeah.
Or like other weird shit like, I don't know. But assume, or like chug this wine
Yeah.
until you, probably like, it was honestly probably a lot of frat hazing stuff.
Yeah, probably a lot of like until you puke kind of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like deep throat this boar bone. I don't know.
Yeah.
What would you command someone to do? As
bore
a
on the
Lord of
floor,
Misrule?
man.
What?
Bore on the floor.
Bows and toes.
Yeah. You can only go to the orgy. You have to go fully clothed to the orgy.
Can't take any clothes off of the
Except
orgy.
you can let your penis hang out.
I would,
You have to be the fully clothed guy at the orgy. You're gonna look like such an idiot.
I would make them gladiator fight to the death.
That's
Don't know if that was on the table.
yeah.
Why not?
Don't think you can make him kill each
Yeah, I
other.
don't think you can make someone murder each other.
You didn't establish that. Seems
I think
like
it was established.
Seems like this guy has all the power in the world.
Apparently, well, minor power, like pledge master power.
Yeah.
And they can kill somebody too.
They have. Yeah, that's fair.
What do you think that lump in the backyard is for, Pledge? So the last time one of y'all acted up in front of us.
Dude, fraternities were so fucking stupid.
They're dumb.
They're so dumb.
There's nothing cool about it.
Pledging was so dumb.
Yeah.
He's like, we're friends already. Why do I have to do this?
It's a great trade-off. Are you kidding me?
I have to drive people around for a semester, so I get 3.5 years of free rides.
Yeah, it's a pretty good trade-off.
That's a fucking fantastic trade. You would take that now.
I would take that.
If someone came up to you and said, "Hey, fuck Uber. Here's what's going to happen. You have to drive people whenever they want on the weekend for the next 4 months."
And then every Sunday, you had to go to some weird ritual.
Fuck it, who cares? And after
At a
that,
Mason Lodge.
you get 3.5 years of free rides whenever you want on the weekend. Thursday through fucking Saturday, Sunday, whatever, for 3.5 years. You take that in a heartbeat.
You don't even have to pick up the trash.
Yeah, and you could re-up, and you just re-up every 3.5 years.
Well, yeah, I mean, I try to talk my fraternity.
It's my pledge drive time again. There should. Really.
I try to talk my fraternity, and it's just everybody just joins Verve. Remember that energy drink pyramid scheme?
No, but go on.
But we willingly sign up for this pyramid scheme. So every pledge class that comes in signs up for it, and we all move up the ladder.
So you're just constantly
richer and richer. That's actually pretty good.
That's not.
It's a great idea because, like, as long as there's a fraternity on campus, you're going to eventually move up and make money.
Right.
Yeah. So just like everyone has
Everyone has BMWs.
their down round. It's just the new pledge class.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty smart.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how you make your fraternity work for you.
That's all right. That's fair. So one of my favorite things, by the way, about the Mock King, about the prankster guy, is and this is how you know that it was either someone hated or a fucking psychopath who used to do these things. The Emperor Nero, before he was emperor as a child, did it in his youth to great, like and enjoyed it quite a bit.
Well, he was a
sounds right.
sadistic fuck,
Yeah,
right?
He was a fucking psycho.
Didn't he like pretty much almost burn all of Rome down?
Yeah, and like murdered Christians, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nero.
Yeah, Nero was a fucking psycho, and he loved doing it in his youth.
He's a big fan of
He was. I mean, I assume he was like walking into a room and like, look, I slit another cat's throat. I'm so good at Saturnalia, and they're just like, oh my god, oh god.
No, they were fine with it. They're drinking all the lead wine.
Yeah, they're drinking lead wine and fucking each other, and they're like, oh my god, someone just get him another cat and get him the fuck out of here. I can't take this.
Yeah. Sleeping over the neighbor's cat.
He just like walks in. He's ruining the orgy with his slit cat throats.
It's like, yeah, man, it usually smells bad in here as it is. He brought in a rotting cat.
Yeah,
Thanks,
god
Nero.
damn it.
Yeah.
Thought I smelled a rotten pussy.
There you go.
Ew.
Go. Lob it up.
But yeah, the Roman poet Catullus famously described it as the best of times, Saturnalia. And I have to agree. All of this sounds fantastic. And eventually, there
It
was
was Christmas with fucking.
eventually it got folded into Christmas at post Constantine, when one of the popes, I forget which one, there's been 1,000 of them, literally, was like, fuck this pagan holiday. We're doing Christmas. We're doing all this stuff for Christmas now, minus the fucking, basically. Yeah. And if you're gonna fuck, put it behind closed doors. Private. Yeah, type of thing. But yeah, I mean, this is Saturnalia is the holiday that Christmas came from. And what's funny is apparently Jewish people invented Christmas.
Duh. We invented God, asshole.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not the fun one.
The better one.
The mean one.
Yeah, well, God, this is a whole other thing we can get into another podcast, but that God wasn't even originally, they were polytheistic, and Yahweh was like
a combination of two
gods,
yeah.
And not even the main one.
Yeah.
Also kind of a jealous doucher.
Well,
he's pretty controlling.
You don't get to the top by being kind. You know, he became benevolent after he got to the top.
After the kid.
Yeah.
Childbirth really settled him down.
Yeah.
But he was kind of threatened by a golden calf.
Wouldn't you be?
No, because it's not a real thing. It's just gold.
I mean,
You spent all this time making people, and
that
you
was
turn around
the
and
funniest
worship
part
some
of
gold.
the funniest part of Exodus is that they like made it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it was like, our God's not working. Build a golden cow. That's our God now.
Where'd you get the fucking gold?
Where'd you get the cow? Where'd you get any of this from? That's really just pulling it out of your ass.
You guys are eating sky bread.
Yeah.
Like
You've been wandering around out here
Yeah.
for years.
40 years.
Moses isn't even down from the mountain yet. Like he came down to find the golden calf. Like
And then-
let him come down and decide
Yeah.
that it's bullshit.
Fucking paradise is within reach. You know, we can see it. It's just
Yeah. Also, when they
Stone's
did that,
throw away
when they
and-
did that, the Red Sea had already been parted.
Yeah.
And even at that point, they were like, I don't know.
It's like, was that just a coincidence?
Yeah, no,
yeah, and they've been eating sky bread for years.
yeah, it seems
What is sky bread?
Manna, right?
manna from heaven.
Yeah. Anytime they were hungry, man, God would just shower them with bread.
Yeah, he'd make it rain.
Yeah, they were tired. They're tired of walking.
Wouldn't that shit hurt if you got pelted with bread from the sky?
Dude, bread's dead.
No, because it's flat. It's unleavened bread. It's flat
They would
bread.
cut you like a razor.
No, it
Sky
floats
matzah?
down. Floats down.
Yeah, dude.
The wind catches it. It's
You know what's not good? Matzah. Matzah is good in nothing. It's good balled up and wet, but by itself, matzah is terrible.
yeah. I had matzah crackers when I was a kid.
And also, kind of a
dog
dick
shit.
move. Like Moses doesn't get in because he slightly doubted God for watering a rock.
This, you know why? It's teen. This is teen God.
Yeah.
This is God's angsty years.
Right.
Well, yeah, they called him bald. This kid's called him bald one time. He killed him all.
That's true.
I think he set a bear on him.
He did set a bear on him.
I'll show you. He's fucking bald. Yeah, it's.
But
Like, check out this bear.
I mean,
He's
Moses
bald.
did everything he asked for 40 fucking years, but he slightly doubts that there's going to be water that comes out of a rock, and
Hey,
now
so
he's not
remember
getting
that
in.
rock, Mo? Remember that rock, Mo?
You think he held it against him for years? Like that was 20 years before. It's like been holding on to this.
What would make the most sense is if God was 100% real and we're just in a simulation and it was some asshole on the other side of a computer that was like, okay, I've actually been way too mean to these guys for a
I think
while.
they might be alive.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
You're just in roller coaster tycoon.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you realize they're alive and you're like, oh shit.
Like I created a roller coaster
Okay.
that goes into the fucking river and doesn't come out.
I've created a roller coaster that has a 600-year line. No bathrooms.
That's
No escape.
that's the Holocaust.
Yeah.
That's just you're just starving them in a camp at that point.
They're not real. They're just people. Electronic.
One time when I was super high in high school with my buddy who was also super high, we were playing Grand Theft Auto, and I like convinced him that the people in there were alive.
It's funny.
Yeah, I was like, dude, and this was before I even knew about the simulation stuff. You know, about like, oh, we
How
might live
high
in a
was your
simulation.
friend?
We were both pretty high.
How old were you?
Oh, like high school.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was just like, dude,
Not
like,
forgivable.
think about it. Like,
So like Vice City.
yeah, I was like, think about it. Like, these people are kind of alive. Like, they have enough intelligence to walk certain places and
Run away from
and
you.
run away. Like, they know danger to an extent. Like, they're not dead. They're not like these people are kind of alive. And he had a really terrible like 20 minutes.
He had to really hang up the gun after that.
Yeah.
Put down the chainsaw.
He
stop
eventually
murdering the
was. He
prostitutes.
eventually got over it and just started killing them again. But yeah,
Yeah. No, that's kind of terrifying.
but yeah. So there it is.
Oh, Saturnalia.
Saturnalia. Christmas, Roman Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas.
What would be what are your takeaways from Saturnalia, Jake?
Bring back orgies?
Yeah, it's Christmas with orgies because everything
Yeah.
you described is just feast, drinking, fucking green everywhere.
Yeah, they probably didn't. Like now we have.
Oh, and lights too. The candles were a common gift.
Oh, yeah.
And there was like small gifting back and forth. Like
So shit, like this is a common theme. Shit don't change.
shit don't change.
That's true. I think, you know, the only difference now is that we have like claymation reindeer.
Yeah.
They had
shows.
that too. I mean, we've had claymation reindeer movies for like 75 years now.
They're still tops though.
What's your favorite claymation movie?
Oh, Rudolph. Or no, what's the one with the abominable snowman?
Well, that is Rudolph.
I think that's real.
There's multiple Rudolphs, but like, yeah, you got the snowman.
The one
you got,
with the dentist elf.
Harry or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Herbie?
Rudolph. I'm
Yeah.
pretty
it
sure.
was,
Yeah.
it was Herbie.
Herbie, yeah.
Herbie
wanna
the
be a
dentist.
Yeah, no, that's a great movie. Yeah.
I don't like any of the claymation, and actually most of the claymation movies are dog shit. and my wife loves them.
I
What's the
love
one
them
with
too.
the
They're great.
Burgermeister Meisterburger and Heat.
No,
Miser.
Heat Miser.
Heat Miser, that one's awful.
And is it Jack Frost?
Jack Frost and Heat Miser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's one with like young Santa.
Mr. Heat Miser.
Yeah. There's Young Santa. Yes.
Those are awful. Those are so fucking bad. The only one I can watch is Rudolph.
Well, who's the fucking the mountain climber?
Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah, that's it. Yukon
There's
Cornelius.
so many bad ones.
Yukon Cornelius. I saw a great meme that was like every time you see like a hot hipster girl on Instagram, her boyfriend just looks like Yukon Cornelius.
I gotta look this up now. That's probably pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah.
Herbie the dentist. I mean, you could. I remember tweeting this years ago. But
Oh, yep.
Is his name Yukon Cornelius?
It sure is. And yeah, they do maybe thinner, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Thinner, and I'm going to go with minus the gun.
Yeah. Yukon Cornelius is dope, dude. He's got a gun and a
fucking
pickaxe.
strapped. Like,
he never had a fucking Glock on him. That is Photoshop.
no, it's not. There's other ones.
He doesn't have a Glock in the fucking movies.
Really? Here's another one of him with a gun. Here's
was
another one of him with a
He
gun.
never uses it.
Yeah.
Well, he has it.
Yukon Cornelius.
Here's a
wasn't
different one, a third one of him with a gun. He has a gun.
Why is that a
This is all Mandela effect.
So
A
scary.
fourth one. This is a blow up of him in real life where they kept the gun.
Why doesn't he use it against the fucking snowman?
But what internal organ is the bullet supposed to hit on a snowman?
The heart?
Well, it's
It has no heart. You'd have to use a fucking machine gun to just rip it in half.
No, it's a
abominable
Yeti.
snow-
It's a
yeah,
Yeti.
For some reason, here's Yukon Cornelius with an assault rifle.
That's militia Cornelius.
Yeah.
That's definitely everyone in Michigan right now.
Yeah, man. Yukon Cornelius 100 million %
Or like-
has a fucking gun.
Rural Oregon.
Dude, that's like, do you really hate guns that much? So you must hate Yukon Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius is in Michigan right now, like you said, but like trying to get a recount.
No, he's trying to kidnap the governor.
Oh,
That's it.
hey, here's your boy Ben Roethlisberger being compared to Yukon Cornelius.
Well, with his beard when he was injured last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Ben
Not my
Roethlisberger
boy.
is Yukon Cornelius.
Don't want that precedent set.
Yeah, man. Yukon Cornelius 100% has a gun based on what I'm
What's
seeing.
his like pecking order at the orgy
Yukon
Cornelius?
Yeah.
Fucking first.
High up.
Yeah.
in ancient Rome?
I think he Lucky Pierre's and he takes the biggest fucking dick he can find. And then
His
obviously-
own.
Do you think he has the gun so that you can point it at his head while you're fucking him?
he probably
That's the only way he gets off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put in his mouth.
it's a sexual gun.
No, you fish hook him with the ice pick,
Okay.
and then you.
No, yeah. You fish hook on one side. You fish hook the mouth open and you put the gun inside it.
So just like that, yeah.
Yeah, while
I
he
feel
while he fucks like the richest girl at the orgy.
There's
and
one
also
bullet in the
takes
revolver.
and takes the biggest slave dick at the orgy.
He doesn't know where the bullet is in the revolver, but that's part of the game.
Yeah, he's playing Russian roulette throughout too.
It's Roman
With
roulette,
himself.
Roman. Yeah, what he does is every 20 minutes that he doesn't come, because he can go for at least 2 hours.
You got to squeeze.
Squeeze every 20 minutes.
I feel bad talking about Yukon Cornelius this way.
Why?
That's the only
He's
way
a
he can get off.
100-year-old claymation.
He's my friend. He's my memories.
friend.
He's my memories.
Anyway, that has something to do with Saturnalia. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I think that's a good way to end it.
Yeah, it's a good way in. Yukon Cornelius is a Lucky Pierre, but like a power Lucky Pierre.
Yeah.
With,
he has a gun.
With a
Don't
gun
forget that.
fetish.
Yeah, with a gun fetish.
He's really into gunplay.
With a gun and ice picker. All right, anyway. Please leave reviews and rate us 5 stars. Share it with your friends. We move up the charts if you share it with your friends if you rate and review it, but share it with your friends. That's the best way to grow. Do both, but
Guerrilla marketing.
yeah, please share with your friends. We're obviously experts here at Softcore History.
Play it in your next orgy.
Yeah, man. I mean, you just learned the real history of Christmas. It was invented by Jewish people, stolen by Roman perverts, and then stolen by the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Where else are you going to get that?
Nowhere.
Where else are you getting a Yukon Cornelius
Orgy
Gunplay
take.
fetish.
orgy gun
Gunplay
take?
fe- Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And I apologize to the 90% of you who will have to Google Yukon Cornelius.
We got deep cuts here. We got really big movie brain
Deep
at this
as
table.
fuck. Yeah. Anyway, for Jake Goldman and Dan Regester, I'm Rob Fox.
You just got soft served.